Hi Aquarius, welcome to your March 2020 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Wow. I was just thinking, even before I picked the last card, that I've been getting a lot of wands, which is fire energy. And of course, in March, the sun goes into Aries, which is a fire sign. And we also have a new moon in Aries. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. And yeah, so anyway. The heart of the matter is the World card, so this is a card of endings. I thought this woman was holding a baton, but I guess it's like the graduation, the diploma, graduating school. But that is symbolic for, you know, completing a cycle in life. It's funny, cycles, like you have the Wheel of Fortune there. But the World card is the last card of the major arcana, so there's that sense of completion somehow. So how, you know, in what area of life would you see that for yourself, if at all, if that resonates with you? But the other thing the World card is about is travel, traveling long distances for some people. In the past position, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So again, the cycles of life, you know, the person who's falling off of the wheel, but this is an upright card. So maybe feeling a sense of alignment. If somebody had been wanting to travel and they manifest that means to do so, that would be an example. And that would be an ending of another way of life. And a beginning. Obviously the end is the beginning too. Just because I've gotten the last card doesn't mean it's not talking about the first card. The Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter, so there can be that stroke of luck, that feeling of alignment that comes from whatever it is that you have accomplished or, you know, brought into your reality that you're excited about. And so that can be very, you know, a cause to celebrate, because you may feel like a lot of good things are in store for you. The higher message is the Five of Pentacles. This depiction of Five of Pentacles is so bizarre to me. I really like this deck, and it's very faithful to Rider-Waite, but there are a few cards that kind of make me scratch my head. But the Five of Pentacles, to me, ultimately, is about poverty consciousness, and how does that affect a person's decision-making. Now, I will say with the World card, you may be at the stage of life where you're retiring. And, you know, Wheel of Fortune, perhaps your 401k just took off like a rocket. So now you feel like comfortable retiring. But lurking in the background is this idea of like, will I have enough? Will I have enough? And I think that one of the reasons that's the case is because, you know, from a lecture that I attended one time by a numerologist, she asked, retire from what? So it really is a good question of, you know, why prepare for something like you're going to stop contributing, that like you're going to stop being a part of that flow. I understand exactly what they mean by retiring, but a lot of times it does come across as, you know, completely you know, ending that part of life that really is, I think it keeps people feeling like they're part of the flow. So if you are in that stage where you're thinking in terms of like playing golf and all those things, think about how you can still be of service, where it doesn't have to feel like a chore. If you've graduated, you may feel this sense of like, with the Wheel of Fortune, you may even feel this sense of like, wow, how did I do that? But then lurking behind your mind can be this idea of, okay, what now? Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten a job offer. Oh gosh, things like that. So the World card indicates an ending, whether the Aquarian took the initiative for that ending or not. It can still be scary. Now, it's kind of a little bit, I don't want to say confusing, but strange to me, because even if, because sometimes the Five of Pentacles can indicate unemployment, for instance, but this is not, the position that I picked, that Five of Pentacles, is not meant to be a literal interpretation, but more of like the energy behind the card and what can it teach us spiritually. So I never interpret that card in a literal sense, but I do connect the dots. And so if I get the World card and I see that Five of Pentacles, I wonder, is this connected to it? Is the person in between jobs? There seems to be a sense of finality with the World card that goes beyond just being out of a job, but who knows? I suppose anything is possible. But with the Wheel of Fortune in the past position, if it's kind of like, it's almost like a stroke of luck. It almost, you get laid off, but you win the lottery, or you're able to quit your job after you win the lottery, but you still feel this sense of like fear-based ideas around material resources. They offer like some kind of an exit package for those people who willingly quit. And it feels like, you still feel that loss. And so I don't know, I'm going to leave it up to you to interpret these cards and connect those dots. But the bottom line is that if you had anything fortunate happen to you, but you still feel like a little bit uncomfortable, or if it even kicked up more feelings of discomfort, that can sometimes be, I think that is the ultimate thing on the spiritual level for the Five of Pentacles, is like, how do you accept this kind of good fortune into your life? Do you not feel worthy of it? And do you just tend to kind of push it away in a sense because of your not feeling worthy of receiving? And these are always good questions to ask oneself. What crosses you is the Ten of Wands. So, the Ten of Wands is a card of burden, overwork, and, overwork to the point of burnout. And also, to me, codependency, assuming responsibilities for other people. And so if there is somebody in your life that you are maybe picking up the slack for, and you feel like you have to work for both of you, and even though they could work, but they choose not to, this is something that is important to connect with. Because this person that you may be working so hard for, that deprives them of their ability to do for themselves. And Aquarius is a very idealistic sign, so perhaps you believe that it's altruistic to do such a thing. But it could be impacting your life adversely. Perhaps it's funny, perhaps you have this opportunity to travel, but you feel like you have to work, and you don't want to, you have some reason that you feel like you have to work. Well, the Five of Pentacles could be saying it's never going to be enough to make you feel secure, so you might as well go for it. But when I see that Ten of Wands and I see the World card, maybe you want to retire, but you feel like you have to support yourself and somebody else. And it's important to allow other people to take responsibility for their own lives if that's something that you're doing. It's for their growth. It's not just... Obviously, there are some circumstances where that might not be possible, that the other person can do that, and that's fine. But when there are alternatives and you are kind of volunteering to pick up the load for somebody else, that can be problematic. And you have to look at that and look at your motivations, look at your true motivations, see what's really lurking behind there. If you've ended some kind of relationship, and perhaps, if I have you gotten involved with a Sagittarian, with the Wheel of Fortune being Jupiter, I don't know, or a Pisces, I suppose. Yeah, that Ten of Wands, which we see wands. Yeah, this is actually Sagittarius. So, but I don't know if the Sagittarian might be the person that you're coming away from. I think it would be more like the person you're leaving than the person you're staying with, but who knows. What is coming in is represented by the Two of Wands. That might be a choice that you have to make. Again, look, this person is holding a globe. It could be relocating, but not sure, feeling like maybe torn between two places. And, maybe that Ten of Wands in the challenge position it's a lot of work if you do go. So the World card could be traveling for your job, your career. I really honestly didn't think of it like that. So is it the case that you have landed your dream job, but you might have to relocate, and it's a lot of work? I don't know. And you have to decide, is this really what I want? Is this something that is going to enhance my life? It's a wonderful opportunity, but will it really enhance my life? If it's deciding between two people, with the Five of Pentacles, if you're involved with somebody who's like an earth sign, the Five of Pentacles could be saying that person is keeping you in a state that lacks expansion. The Five of Pentacles is kind of a constricted state as far as I'm concerned. And fire energy is very expansive. And the outcome, I think you are going to choose the Sagittarian. And perhaps what this card was indicating was that your current relationship is too much work. But also, I think that if you have this opportunity to travel, overseas and have an adventure, that you're going to take that adventure, because the Knight of Wands is very adventurous. I think with Aquarius, because you're a fixed sign, I think all fixed signs tend to get comfortable in their routines. But I have a feeling you're going to feel that need to kind of burst out and begin exploring more. And that's a lot of fun. So in any case, Aquarius, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a personal reading, the link to my site is below. Take care. Bye.